land is still a big issue in the UK today. The total number of landowners that comprise most of the land, it's still a very landed gentry conversation, in 2024. Talk about the duties these estates, began to receive. Obviously, Parliament knew that these people own these estates. How did the taxation of these estates go down, and how did that change over time?
You've actually put your finger on probably the most important change in a 100-year period between the 1870s and, say, the 1970s. In 1894, you see the introduction of death duties, of a tax on the transfer of assets on the death of the owner. And they're really small in 1894. They're a percent or two. By the 1930s, on big estates that are worth more than £2 million, and in the 1930s that really does mean big estates, you're being charged 40% of the value. By 1950, you're being charged 80% of the value on death. I mean, sure, there are lots of clauses and byways and there are lots of fixes, but by and large, by 1950, death duties and estate duties are at 80%. And that meant the end of the country house, the kind of social hierarchy, if you like, in the traditional hierarchy in Britain, rural hierarchy.